Yeah, so then welcome everyone. Some more people are joining, and I guess this is pretty much good afternoon or good evening for all of us since we are based in Europe, and we are pretty much in a similar time zones, all of us. We are so happy that you accepted our invitation and join us for the Chai with URI Europe, and we hope that you prepare chai, tea, hot chocolate, or some other drink of your preferences. If not, you have time still to grab some drink and enjoy this company. Those are meetings of URI Europe that are happening usually 2 to 3, sometimes 4 times yearly. It really depends on the interest and need of our community. And we just like to bring our community together around what we called Chai with URI Europe, when everyone just bring positive energy, good ideas, beverages of their preferences, and they come into the safe space to meet some new colleagues, to see some old familiar faces that they like, and just to exchange about the work, life, plans, and other things. So we want to organize one before the end of the year in order to share some more about strategy framework, some more about upcoming plans for the rest of the year, and inshallah the next one, and just to welcome some new faces into the space who will hopefully join the community. So this is just like the very open space where all ideas are welcome. And since we have some new faces on the screen and not everyone's, I guess, know each other, we would like just to use few minutes on very short introduction, like share your name, where are you located, and how are you affiliated with URI, or if you don't have any affiliation with URI, that's great. Then, why you decide to join today, and are you looking forward to join us either as a CC member or maybe individual member? So, in order to start and just like to, let's say, model what we envision by this short introduction, I'm Leila. I'm from Bosnia and Herzegovina, based currently in Turkey, and I'm serving on the URI Global Office as a Growth Membership Coordinator. But I'm also supporting and working with my dear colleague Karima and Angelina in the URI Europe space. And for some more or longer introduction, we invite you to use chat option in order to share some more details about work of your organization, any upcoming project, and feel free also to connect with the direct messages with each other. Today we are happy to have guests from the global office as well, who is supporting work in Europe. So I would like to give floor to somebody who is outside of the Europe, even though I'm technically also outside in the Asia continent, but Sarah is more further away. So Sarah, would you like to introduce yourself and welcome to Yara Europe?
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to be here. My name is Sarah Oliver, and yes, I am in South Africa, so opposite hemisphere as well. And I am imagining you all with warm drinks in cold climates, and I'm sort of in the hot climate. But I'm putting myself in your shoes and context for this conversation. And yes, as Leila said, I'm part of the Global Support Office and the Global Learning and Impact team. And I'm the URI contact support person to this amazing Europe team. So happy to be here.
Great, we are happy to have you. And iced tea or iced coffee are equally welcome in this chai. So you can take some cold drink if you prefer. And as I said, there are two other dear colleagues of Yara Europe, Karima and Angelina. So would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hello everybody. I'm Karima Stauch. I'm the European coordinator in United Religions Initiative, working with my dear colleagues, global team, and the wonderful regional leadership team. That's the elected trustees and the board. So wonderful to be here and have a chance to meet all of you.
Hello, everyone. From my side, I'm Angelina Vladikova. I'm based in Sofia, Bulgaria, and I'm serving as your ICC liaison officer together with my dear sisters and colleagues. And I'm so happy to collaborate with Sarah and other colleagues from Global Office as well. So happy to have you all with us this evening and looking forward to hear more about your work, about your plans for the next year. And maybe I will pass to someone else. What do you think, Leila? Okay, I will pass to Adnan.
Hello, everybody. My name is Adnan. I'm coming from Mostar. I'm also part of the URI family, and I am also a member of the Center for Peace and Multi-ethnic Cooperation from Mostar. Maybe what is interesting in this moment, I got in contact with, actually they call me our friends from Open University. If you remember, they were on the last conference in Austria. And they are interesting to have one project in Mostar. So now we are in some kind of connection and negotiation that I have to check here the situation for the projects, and then maybe it will happen in the April of next year. It is connected to the youth people. Actually, the kids are 18 plus minus. They will be teach about interfaith dialogue, and they will also teach how to use camera, and they will also make some video stories about some interesting events or some institution from the Mostar and region. That's all for the now.
Wow, it is a lot. And thank you for this input. And then there is another long-term member of URI alongside Adnan, Marian from Germany. Marian, would you like to greet our dear colleagues?
Yes, hello, here's Marianne Harling. I'm based in Bonn, and I'm running here the Intercultural Circle Bonn. We are also members of URI Germany, and we are collaborating with the Deutsche Muslimliga, and I'm member of the European board too, and that's at the moment all.
Perfect. A lot of hat and a lot of roles, and then maybe from Germany we can go to the France, where is our dear Jean-François. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Jean-François Moulinet. I live in France, and we try to develop here an interreligious circle called Dialogue and Alliance. We do every month we do one meeting by Zoom, and today I could invite Gilles Calafat, who is working with me, and also I could invite two other people, Mélanie Janvier, and David Renia, who are working with another NGO. It's called H2WPL, and I stimulate them to come to see the good work of URI. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you for inviting more people to come. We really appreciate, and it is the way how our lovely community that we called family is growing, because there is always place for more people to come. And then when you mentioned that you invited all of them, then David or Julie, how I pronounce your name, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us something about your work and yeah.
Yeah, hello everyone. Donc, I am Gilles Calafat from France. I was invited by Jean-François Moulinet. I am working with the Universal Peace Federation, and we are quite busy at this time because lot of programs and lots to do to invite a guest and to move ahead in our schedule to make a world better. So happy to be here and to share with you tonight.
Lovely. We are always very much open for the people with the great ideas like your and David. Please, would you like to introduce yourself since you were also invited by Jean-François?
Hello, can you hear me well?
Yes, perfect.
Yes, perfect.
Hello, I hope you're doing well, everybody. My name is David, like you can see, from the NGO HWPL, which is an international NGO for peace. We are working on three things. Sorry, my English is approximative. So we are working in the education field. I don't know if I said it well. Peace education. So we're trying to teach the teachers how to give peace educations to their students. So it's basically how to love others, how to respect nature, to respect themselves, everything. Also, we are doing uh, interfaith dialogues, and we are working with Jean-François Moulinet. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for joining. And I mean, your English is great. I'm sure
Oh,
everyone on the screen can agree on that. So, yeah, this is the place to practice. And I think that maybe beside Mark or Sarah, I don't think that there is any native English speaker. So we are all struggling equally with the English, and we are in the same team. So, David, you did great work.
thanks a lot.
Yeah, and we are very much looking forward to welcome you into the space, and
Yeah.
everything that you shared that resonate really nicely with the URI. And now
Yeah,
from David, can we
very,
move to Austria to our dear Elizabeth, who is also our long-term member?
Hi from Austria. Our main work at the moment is to help a teacher in Syria to survive, help 700 people to survive every day with food and water and everything they need in the camps. And Hassan's most beloved work at the moment is to plant trees of peace in the streets and around schools in Aleppo. And he does it every day with great effort and the children. And he told me the wounds of the war in the hearts of the children are healed a little bit with every tree they are allowed to plant. So for next year, we will celebrate the 10th anniversary of our Bell for Peace and Friendship on top of a mountain. So that's the main aim for 26. Thank you very much. Blessings to all.
Wow, thank you very much. I really need to add here that Elizabeth hosted our last assembly. Uh, on the mountain near the Peace Bell, where she's doing incredible work. So we were so blessed to be here, but to be there, and she's doing amazing job with connecting our members in Syria, helping and supporting and raising awareness about problems of people there, and of course raising the aid for them. So, dear Elizabeth, if you don't mind, please share the link and all relevant information in the chat. I'm sure that some people on the screen can help at least to share the word, or maybe some of you are having some spare money instead of buying chai or latte somewhere in a restaurant, maybe you can consider giving small donation to this great cause that Elizabeth is doing and help these amazing people in Syria. So thank you, Elizabeth. We are so happy to have you as part of our community. And now going to our literal bridge builder, or the person who is connecting different parts of the Europe, our dear Dimitar, who is somewhere between the Netherlands and Bulgaria.
That's too much of an introduction, Leila. Thank you so much. I'll be very brief. First of all, thank you for this amazing meeting. This is my first try with URI, but I have been involved in URI through the Bridges CC in Bulgaria as of August last year. And I'm very happy when I have the opportunity to work with amazing people such as all of you are. And I thank you and all of the Europe staff members of URI, of course, Angelina Vladikova. And I see Morgana here, and I want to thank her as well because she has been starting to introduce me into the Netherlands Cooperation Circle. So big thanks to everybody. It's a great pleasure to be working with you. And these are just my first steps in URI, but I'm sure these won't be the last ones. Great pleasure to be here again.
It is really our great pleasure to have you as an amazing young leader and so inspiring person who is already presenting URI on all these different conferences and events. So we are so happy that you join us and that you are tirelessly working for URI. And I guess some of your fellow colleague or young peace person that you work with are Mehmet and Belaslava. So Mehmet, Belaslava, would you like to introduce yourself
Who's
if you are
gonna be
able to
first?
unmute? Yes.
Who's gonna be first?
Please, Mehmet, you unmute
Okay.
yourself.
Uh, first of all, hello. My name is Mehmet, joining from Bulgaria. I've been regularly participating in Bridges camps for over a year now. This is my second chai, by the way, and I'm very happy to be in this conversation with you, all of you, the URI leaders, and everyone. And that's all. Thank you for.
Thank you for coming and for contributing in the youth camp. And Beloslava, can you hear us, Bella? Would you like to jump in with a few words?
I hear you, but I believe that you cannot hear me because I'm on my way, so I'm traveling right now. But I'm Beloslava. I've been a part of Bridges for a little less than a year, and this is again my second time with URI, and I'm so grateful to be here and to hear all of your experiences, all of your new ideas. So yeah, thank you.
I'm limited.
Perfect. Thank you, Bella, for joining us. We are glad that you join us even though you are on the road. And now we can go to the Belgium, where is our dear Miriam.
Oh, hello. I'm glad to be here again with Chai, and thank you for inviting me. So I'm part of Peacefully Connected, which is an association in Belgium and across the borders with the Netherlands also. We work together with Soldiers for Peace also, and we participate in interfaith activities with World Alliance Religions for Peace, which is very interesting because we speak about one theme, and each religious leader speaks about from his scripture about one theme. So it's very interesting to learn more about the other one. And so this is one of our activities. Then recently, it's the end of the year, it's International Day of Peace and International Day of Human Rights. So we did human rights education in 3 classes, which was really, really funny because the children, they really loved it because we had real United Nations representatives in the class, and it gave a lot of reality to what they actually do. So yeah, these were my recent activities, and I was recently also in contact with the Kurdish community here in Brussels, and they have also a lot of interfaith activities because within their community they have people from many different religions, and this is also very interesting because I think maybe not everybody knows about that and how it works, and it was also interesting to connect with them. So voilà.
Great. Thank you for all amazing work that I'm sure all colleagues will learn more about. And I think we can go to the UK. Mark, am I wrong? You are from the UK.
I am, and I'm very grateful that this is in English because, yeah, I wouldn't have coped if it was being conducted in German or French or Serbian, everything, and Turkish. So thank you. I'm in the library at the moment, so I'm going to give a very brief update because I'm being told to be quiet. In North London, which is where I'm based, we have a cooperation circle called the Multi-Faith Forum, Barnet Multi-Faith Forum, and it's a local group. URI are working, I understand, in the Midlands quite hard, different part of the country, but in this part of London, I'm trying to encourage our local faith forum, who normally do a lot of maybe internal work with people who are already very open to interfaith dialogue, or already very receptive and understand the benefits of it. I'm trying to encourage them to do some more grassroots practical action out in the community with people who maybe not of any faith, but if they are of a faith, they're not always in the most harmonious relationships with other faiths. Particularly the post October 7th, 2023, we have in this part of North London very, very sensitive situation between Islam and Judaism, and so yeah, the URI peace building course, which was my first introduction to your work, has been a real inspiration for that practical action. And my other passion is the environment, so the two things together. have been right up my street, but it's slow progress. And for the diversity here, yeah, I was interested even with what was it Miriam you just said about the Kurdish community. We have this presence in North London as well, quite complicated because of the traditional culture and the traditional religions, mixing within different parts of the community internally, but then how it interacts with the rest of the UK when we are in unfortunately a very maybe negative political environment for migration and for multiculturalism at the moment. It's been a hard couple of years, so very grateful for everything that inspires here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for making effort first to join from the library. I hope they will not kick you out. You were you were quick and uh, not with loud voice. And thank you for incredible work that you are doing in all these challenging times. And I know Sarah introduced you to me via message and about the work that you are doing and how you join URI community through the course. So I think it is amazing that you are also joining this Chai with URI Europe to share more about this experience. And in order to stay in UK, Shaheen, would you like to introduce yourself if you are able to unmute?
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm driving. It's in the UK, this is a school run pickup time. So I've been picking the children up and taking them to the next spaces. Right. So yes, I'm Shaheen, trustee of the United Religions Initiative UK and also general member of the International Board. And in the UK, we've been really busy. We brought our cooperation circles together not long ago to discuss future planning. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to work with our cooperation circles to see where the gaps are and how we can shape what we do in the year coming next year together. We also are giving our cooperation circle some money to mark Earth's Day. So we want to do that as a collective in unity. So we're all doing something in our respective areas across the UK. I'm really sorry, I do have to put my phone down because there's a police car in front of me. Right.
No problem. Please drive safely and thank you for joining us. But focus on a driving. We don't want police to stop you, and we are so happy about incredible work that you are doing under the umbrella of ERA UK and everything that is happening over there. And now from the UK, from the maybe rainy or I don't know, it is maybe stereotype about UK, but there is also stereotype that in Spain it's always sunny. So there is Begoña in Madrid. How is in Madrid right now? Is it sunny? Would you like to
Yeah,
introduce yourself?
yeah. Today is not very sunny, but it's a bit sunny. But
Okay.
today and tomorrow is going to rain. This night it has rained. So myself, I belong to a URI chapter in Nairobi, in Kenya, during for 6 years, 6 or 7 years I was there, and then I moved to Belgium, and I asked if there was people in Belgium. There was only a group of young people, and then they were just the young, so they told me no, more or less. And the group that was in the Netherlands, it was difficult to join because it was before that facility of having online meetings. So and when I arrived finally, I was in France. I asked again, and there were two other people then in France, but they were in other parts. I was in Paris, and it was difficult. So the years I was in France, I didn't do anything. And then when I came to Spain, I asked again, and they told me there were, I think, 1 or 2 persons, but it was very far. So, and I am not sure that in Spain they told me somebody. So I participated in 1 or 2 meetings online, and then I stopped because I had other. Actually, I am retired, but I am working and I'm very committed with the fight against human trafficking. I am the coordinator of the group of the Catholic Diocese of Madrid, and I am a voluntary in a shelter as well, and I am very committed. That's my main job today. So
Perfect.
I don't know anybody in Spain now. I don't know if there are, but I could join if you have some meetings in France. I will be ready to join. I speak French, so I that's I will be ready to join the group in France
Okay.
because by culture and by other things is the closest one.
Mm-hmm.
It is great. I'm sure that you should connect with Jean-François. They are organizing almost regular monthly meeting in France, and he's based near Paris, if I'm not wrong,
Yes,
Jean-François. But
yes, yes,
there is
yes.
also online opportunity
Online,
to
yes.
join. So please go on, connect with Jean-François and colleagues there, and you will hear some exciting news. And the next part of our discussion is that we are basically planning next year a Europe Assembly in Spain. So maybe you will be in a position to meet everyone in person, and there are activities in Spain, but we
And
will
that's good.
connect you with the people, and we are so glad that you join us. And maybe this was the sign that you should reconnect with URI, and maybe you should start some new group around your area. So we are so happy that you join us, and there are a few more people on the screen that remain to introduce themselves, and then we will move to the next part. Amina, would you like to jump in and share a few words from your end?
Good evening from my part. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
I apologize for being late, but I am currently in Warsaw attending a conference with OACE. So you know how it goes with the conference that we were supposed to finish at 5, but you know it prolonged, so I had to stay for 15 more minutes. But I'm Emina. I come from Bosnia and Herzegovina. I am part of the Youth for Peace CC, which is one of the CCs from Bosnia and Herzegovina, and I can see that there is a lot of people from Bosnia and Herzegovina on the call, so it's always nice to see my compatriots here. So glad to be here with you, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you better during the conversation. Thank you, Leila.
Thank you very much, Amina, for joining and making extra effort to join us from the conference. And if I'm not wrong, you met Amina in Poland last time when you were there, and then we were in contact with Amina, and she would like also to consider maybe joining this community. So we are so happy that you made your time to come today. So Amina, if you don't mind, can you just shortly introduce yourself to the group?
Yes, thank you very much for inviting me. And I'm very glad that I met Emina and also Maymoon, because thanks to them, I actually got in contact with you guys. Thank you very much again for inviting me. My name is Amina, and I'm coming from Bosnia and Herzegovina. Currently, I am part of the one organization that is recently founded, but it was working even before, like because of the group of the activists that are working in Bosnia and Herzegovina, helping refugees and migrants, but also they are fighting for the human rights. And also, we pay great attention to the culture of remembrance, and we're trying to build the bridges among people in Bosnia and Herzegovina, but also in the region due to past conflicts that we had. So it's a bit, the situation is different. But also, we are working on interfaith, interreligious, intercultural dialogue because of the refugees and migrants that are coming. They are passing through this route, Balkan, so-called Balkan route. So they are also coming with the different backgrounds, religious and cultural. So we are trying to get to know them better and to create a safe space for them to be able to express themselves and to be welcome in Bosnia and Herzegovina. So now we are currently at the start of our work officially. So I'm actually happy to join you, join this network, and I hope that we will have more good cooperation in the future with all of you.
Yeah, we are so happy that we found you at the beginning of developing of your work. So I'm sure that you will find some great people here who you can connect with. As you saw, there is so many Bosnians here, but also people from different parts of the world having amazing experience and doing great work. So we will be so happy to continue this collaboration. And thank you very much for making your time to come, since we just recently start contacting with you and you immediately jump in and join us. And there is Morgana. I know that she is in between calls, so I'm not sure if Morgana, you are able to unmute and introduce yourself. If not, I can just share that she's our long-term member from the Netherlands, and she's doing great work there, and she's member of different CCs, and I'm sure that you will be in contact with her. And yeah, she is sending greetings because she's traveling and she's unable to unmute, but I'm sure you can connect. And Tarana just joined us. So Tarana, would you like to shortly jump in and say a few words about yourself, and then I will give floor back to the Karima for the second part.
Sure. Hi, everybody. Good evening. I'm Tarana. I'm based in Brussels. And again, a fairly new member to the URI community. And yeah, like I'm looking forward to this interaction and beautiful engagement with all the people. And I'm originally from New Delhi.
Perfect. We are so happy to have you and to be in contact with you. And we were a huge group, so this introduction took a little bit more time than we envisioned, but I think it was beautiful to see the palette of all these amazing people coming from different parts of the Europe and world and doing incredible work. And now back to you, Karima, and the second part of our conversation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Leila, and all of you. It's really inspiring to hear about your work, see your faces, know the goodwill and the positive changes that you create. So that's a big inspiration for me. Yeah, we wanted to give you now, it's the end of the year. We are looking back at this year and also we're making plans for the next year. And yeah, we want to do that together with you, for you, jointly, because together we are strong. And so we want to share a little bit about our plans for next year. Also, if you have ideas or suggestions, send them our way for consideration. Yet now is the time that we are making and finalizing our plans for next year. Of course, we can always pick up new things, but now we are more or less envisioning the year. So we have 3 bits of this. There is, as some of you have heard before, URI globally has created a strategic framework, and there are some topics that we particularly emphasize in the next 5 years. So we know cooperation circles do all kinds of things, and we have the most amazing talents and experts in the network. The 2 fields that are emphasized or that we want to focus on and hope to do something jointly about is the earth, healing the earth, earth restoration, and the second one is violence prevention in all forms. It could be nonviolent communication, it could be really interrupting specific violence, but also preventing violence by preventing hate speech and prejudice, for example. So on the Europe team, we have 3 elected trustees in each region in Europe. They are Eric Roux from France, Daniel Ero from Bosnia, and Jaume de Marcos from Catalonia, Spain, and they send their warm greetings. So we are working with the 3 trustees and with the board. There is another team, and we have formed groups on these strategic topics. So one of the groups is working on earth healing. The second group is working on violence prevention, and the third group is working on communication and the connection within the network and the network with new people, with the general public. So that's really great to have these active groups. And I'd like to invite our colleagues to briefly introduce what the plans are now, where we are standing. And I'd like to give the floor to Emina to speak a little bit about communication group, which is Emina, Angelina, and Marianne. So we have all 3 of them here on the call, which is super. Thank you so much for your work. And the floor is yours, Emina.
Thank you, Karima, and I'll try to be as brief as possible. Our group is already working like with a full speed. So Marianne is primarily in charge for the work within the circles, within the with cooperation circles or existing ones, and I decided to dedicate myself to external communication. In fact, finding other cooperation circles, other partners, and expanding our work of the URI Europe and bringing more people to what we already do. So far, we are doing the mapping of the organizations that are working and the groups that are working on the interfaith field, and we were lucky to already have a mapping of more than 70 different groups from all over the Europe working, and we plan to reach out and plan to present URI and what we do and get some of them on board with us. The other part of the work is also dedicated to social media. So we have some plans for social media campaigns, some of them directly involving young people. So with this, we will definitely need your help and we will need your inputs and young people engaged in the work that you do. So be on alert. We will be reaching out to you and asking for your help. And also one of the other areas that we would like to do is doing religious literacy both inside the circles and outside cooperation circles. And for that, we also plan to use social media. So there's another thing cooking up for social media, and then you will be updated about it. But we are working, as I said, full speed, and we are all very much excited and dedicated to it. And of course, we are very much looking forward to cooperating with two other groups, which is Healing the Earth and Violence Prevention, because we want to communicate to the world all the great work that you are going to do in your own groups. So I don't want to, reveal much more because we are still cooking everything, but we will need your help and your support with what we are doing. So, keep an eye on your inboxes, on your emails, because we will be reaching out to you. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Emina. It's really exciting to hear all these plans, see that you have mapped so many groups, whether we might get to know, and also the social media work, the internal communication with Marianne. So if you want to help with that, contact Emina, Angelina, or Marianne. I'm sure they will appreciate and include more people in that work. With that, I would move to the next topic, and that's the earth healing. And so that's a group where we have, I'll mention the names as well, Deepak Naik from the UK, Kasta Deep from Poland, Shaheen is here on the call, Duncan Wilson and Sheikh Bashir are in that group. And we have also done quite some planning. Deepak is in India right now. He sends warm greetings, and Kasta also traveling. But they send warm greetings, Sheikh Bashir as well. And so we are planning a monthly webinar series. We want to kick this off on earth healing topics. And we want to kick that off on 19th January. So already now, heads up, 19th January, if you are interested in that topic of earth healing, that call is to bring together anybody and everybody who's interested in the topic. Also, if you want to be a partner with your organization or CC in that, send me your logo. We are happy to include you and your organizations in that. So we want to really build a coalition in this. Seeing all the people here who work on scriptures, we hope that you might consider treating the earth in your scriptural lessons. I think there is a couple of groups in URI Europe who do this important work. That would also be so interesting. So then we want to follow up every third Monday of the month with a webinar where different speakers will introduce important topics about the earth. So we are hoping for Dimitar and Lauren, maybe for February, and for anybody else. So if you want to propose a speaker, also please contact us and join us on 19 January if you may, if you can. If you're unable, also contact us. So then we are thinking to create a green poster. Kasta is already working on that with quotes from the different traditions. We are inspired by others who are doing that, and we'll take it forward. Also want to produce a toolkit for that. So these are the two main items. We are wanting to collaborate with Emina and the communications team also on some of the Earth Days. And we want to use Earth Day, which is 22nd of April. I think Shaheen already mentioned it. Also as a point where we really activities of cooperation circles. So we'll see. We are open for more ideas and proposals. And of course, also in Barcelona, where we'll have the regional assembly, we will have groups and work on that Earth topic. So, and with that, I would like to end it. So to leave space for other people. And I would hand over to the violence prevention group, where Leila is a liaison. And we are blessed having a wonderful activist from Serbia leading it, Ivana. But she's also in a conference now in Thailand. She cannot join. We have Adnan on it, who is here. Vieco and other people, Jaume. So over to you, Leila.
Yeah, thank you very much. Just in short, this is another third group which is focusing on violence prevention. We just recently start working and Ivana is leading it. I was just supporting from the staff perspective. So on the first meeting, we will pretty much just discussing about the concept of the violence prevention, how it may look like in Europe, what does it entails. And I was happy to hear today that a lot of you are working on a different fields of violence prevention when it comes to the human trafficking, to the focusing with the conflict areas, working with migrants and refugees and everything that unfortunately violence is increasing in Europe. So what we are doing right now as a group, we are trying to map and to bring all these ideas together to map different initiative that is already going around our community. So this is again warm welcome and invitation for all of you to share your ongoing initiative that maybe we are not aware of, some programs or projects that may go on so that we can include it. And then as a result of it, we would like to organize different kind of the campaigns and of course conference calls and meetings in order to discuss about it and to introduce health approach to violence prevention, which is quite unique approach to the violence prevention that is used or results of the URI efforts. And this is just in short to let you know that there is still room in the group for all of you who would like to join, that there are a lot of ideas cooking there that we will be keeping you updated, and that more ideas and people are very, very much welcome, since this is very important topic and we would like to work with all of you in order to prevent all forms of violence and to share about health approach to violence prevention. So I'm at your disposition, and I'm sure that on some of the next meeting you will be able to meet Ivana, and also Adnan is here, who is part of the group, and some other colleagues named by Karima, and we are looking forward to see some more faces there. So that's from now.
Thank you so much, Leila and Ivana, Adnan, and all the group for working on that. And you have heard the invitation. If you're working on these fields, get in touch with them. Yeah, so the time is progressing, but it was also lovely hearing from each and every one of you already. So we have two more topics that we would like to tell you about. One is, I think I'll briefly do, that's the Barcelona conference. So it's a cordial invite to everybody. We are planning a regional gathering face-to-face in Barcelona, Catalonia, Spain. And this will be from 29 April to 3rd of May. Next year, 29 April to 3rd of May. And that is a space where we want to bring our cooperation circles together, and people who want to form a cooperation circle, individual members as possible, for joint learning and creating joint projects. So I think our wonderful friends in Barcelona, Audir, are hosting us and anchoring us on the ground. So that will be very, I'm sure, a very inspiring time there. So save the dates, 29 April to 3rd May. And usually we'll have one person from each cooperation circle, and then we need to see who we can accommodate in addition. So if you are interested, please apply and we will do the best to make it happen and have you there. So that's the number two. And for the third one, I'd like to pass to our dear Sarah from South Africa and global team, to tell us a little bit about the trustee selection process, if you have chance also on the global program side. Next year, I was mentioning our dear trustees who are elected by the CCs in the region and represent you on the global level and strategize globally and work with us. And next year is the next time that this kind of election is taking place. And Sarah is saying a few words about that. Over to you, Sarah.
Thank you, Karima. It's so wonderful to hear all the exciting plans for 2026. And I have a feeling that 2026 is going to be a big year for URI. So I'm really excited for all that we're bringing. And one of those things that is happening, as Karima said, is the trustee selection process and voting for new Global Council trustees in the Europe region. Since we have some newer members here to URI, maybe it's just important to say that URI has been founded on a model of grassroots grassroots leadership, as in the members of our organization are the ones that offer strategic direction and leadership in the form of the Global Council, which is made up of representatives from all the global regions of URI. And so it's a really important role. And it's an opportunity to also shape and be involved in the strategic direction of the organization. So we've had fantastic trustees coming from Europe, and I'm sure that will continue, as it were. But this is just an encouragement that if you're interested to play more of a role in the strategic vision of Europe as a trustee, but also globally as an organization, that opportunity will be coming up next year. And so I'm just checking the timeline on my notes, but yes, from February, the process will begin and all the information will be sent out to you in terms of the steps of the process and making sure that your cooperation circle is first certified in the process. But then there is a candidate application, as well as opportunities to meet the various candidates. And then there's a voting process. And as a CC, you have the power. That's where this grassroots power comes. You have the power to vote for who you want the trustees to be. So it's really important that your CC is certified and pays attention to the process of the trustee selection and gets involved in that process, so that you have the best representatives in Europe who are representing the needs and interests of all of you and us as members of the organization. So this is just a encouragement and advert to keep an eye out for that coming in, more information and news in February. And I think just briefly to say, alongside that, as these strategic circles are growing, it's also an encouragement to stay connected with the other regions and global work that is happening in URI. And next year, there will be a lot of focus on the training materials that URI has in terms of violence prevention, interfaith leadership, and earth restoration. And we'll be running a series of facilitation trainings. And so if you want to, if your CC is interested in connecting with that material, or has training materials to share with others and other CCs around the world, we want to do a lot more emphasis on sharing of resources and materials and learning from each other. So I'll be bringing in bits of that into the Europe community calls when we get chances to meet. Karima, I hope that's okay.
Yes, thank you very much, Sarah. And it's really a pleasure. We'll collaborate. It's always great meeting you. And I know the work that you have already been doing on the youth camp and so many other fields is just appreciated, and it's a big blessing having you with us. Yeah, so these were the things we wanted to share with you. And now we open the floor. I'll pass to Angelina to open the floor for you.
Yes, thank you, Karima. So much information you received, and we just saw that Ludmila also is joining us. Maybe give her floor just to introduce her very briefly herself, since we would like to be very inclusive and give everyone opportunity to say their names and place from where they are calling. And I will open the floor for comments, questions, and for the others. Ludmila, please very briefly introduce yourself.
Yes, I am Lyudmila Khokhlova from Moscow University. And frankly speaking, we don't have so many activities as the other people. We just gather and discuss something, the prevention of violence, the meaning of the philosophy of different religions itself. And I always inform the students about the activities of URI. So thank you very much for giving me this floor.
Thank you so much, Ludmila. Your input and your work is very much appreciated. You're a long-term member of our network, so thank you so much for joining us. So, dear friends, floor is open for your brief comments, questions, and if you feel more comfortable, you can use also the chat options. Share your ideas. Since the time is flying, we have only 6 minutes left. And as usual, we didn't have enough time to cover all the ideas and issues we were planned. So, any urgent comments or questions or something that you would like to share with us? Or a highlight of the next 2026 for you? Okay, David, go ahead.
Thank you for the many intervention. I wanted to add that we are organizing a peace gala in Frankfurt. It's a gala for peace organized by our international peace academy, interfaith academy. So we are planning to organize it on December 18th. So if you are interested in participating in this gala, I can send the email address on the Zoom chat, so you can contact us in order to have more information. Sorry, I tried to write it down, but it's bugging. So I will send it in the chat. So if you're interested and want more information, you're free to contact us.
Yes, please, David, send us information and link in the chat, and so we can forward to all our members who are on the call and others who would be interested to join your gala. Thank you so much. Someone else with comments, some ideas, some highlight for next year? No? If we don't have any comments, maybe, Karima, we can finalize our call.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we were thinking to dedicate more time for your plans for the next year. And yeah, but we had a nice introduction round that was important too. And maybe at the beginning of next year, we can have that call to look forward to your activities for the next chai. Yeah, and with that, I would like to thank you all for coming, taking the time, for doing the work that you are doing in a day-to-day manner. That's an inspiration that is also important in these times that are not easy, where we have a lot of challenges. So each of these steps that you are doing makes the world better and makes it brighter, and together we can shine. So thank you for that. Back to Angelina and for a final comment, and to Leila.
Thank you so much for everyone for joining us, and together as a community, every small action make the world better and make sense. So thank you for coming. Thank you for your energy, ideas, and keep us posted for all your great plans, ideas, and we are looking forward to more collaborations and more inspiring work in interfaith field in Europe. And we are looking forward to meet you all in person in Barcelona.
Yeah, we are very much looking forward to see you. Please continue sharing your comments in the chat. I saw that, yeah, David was sharing some information, others were sharing their contact details. We will be having follow-up email to this conversation, and we would like that you will all stay in contact, that you will keep us updated regarding your coming up activities and work. To highlight, we are having our social media channels, our website, which we would like to use in order to promote your incredible work. So don't hesitate to share news with us, since then we can inspire bigger community and you can get visibility and we can grow all together. And talking about togetherness and growing and having this great time together, we may conclude with one of the quotes telling that let's carry the spirit of today forward, because every thoughtful action we take together makes a difference in our community and the world. And I'm sure that you are all the difference. You are all doing incredible work. We are so, so happy to have you with us. Thank you for making your time to join us. Please stay in contact with each other. Unmute yourself, use chat option to greet others, and we wish you lovely rest of this year and cannot wait to stay in contact and continue incredible work in a year to come. So yeah, take good care.
Take good
Beautiful.
care.
Thank you so
Take good
much.
care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Blessings to all.